So we'll sit for about, we'll try our same thing as last time. Let's sit for about 40, 45 minutes, and then I'll give us sort of a little post cap or something of what we were doing. Again, you're welcome to provide feedback on if you like that model or not. Rather just have it be guided for the entire 50 minutes. And then do you guys see the squirrel in the background? He was hopping along a little railing. No, I should have said that. Now you'll be looking at that throughout the see if he pops back. Um, but yeah, and then we'll do a Q&A at the end. Okay. So please take a comfortable seat, settle in, whatever that seat is for your body that gives you the greatest opportunity for stillness. Be an opportunity about halfway through to adjust. Let's take these opening few moments to ease your nervous system. He's gone now. And just relax into being here, whatever it is. And you could even be mindful of your lack of mindfulness. You could be mindful of your thoughts, mindful of your expectations of what meditation is, mindful of your emotions and whatever happened in your day. Building this faculty. In time, the waking up will just be awake. You won't be able to escape yourself. So some of you might be kind of glad to be distracted still. But it will happen no matter what. Moving into this state of ever awake. Are you awake right now? Just say to yourself, I observe my body. And then you say, I observe my thoughts. Try that, linking it to your breath. Inhale. On your exhale, I observe my body. Inhale. Exhale. I observe my thoughts. Just repeat that with your breath rhythm. Every exhale alternating. I observe my body. I observe my thoughts. Just giving your inhale the freedom to follow the instructions. The worldly mind wants to know beyond the body, beyond the thoughts. Use the body, use the thoughts to know more about the world. But the yogi, the sage, content with what we already know. So we can know ourselves. So here, as you use your breath, as you know your breath, keep reminding yourself. You observe your body. I observe my body. I observe my thoughts. As though you were encouraging yourself to let that be enough. That there is enough going on with the sensations in your body. There's enough going on with the thoughts of the mind to keep you occupied, to keep you full and busy. Because if you're paying attention to that observation of body and thoughts, you'll find that they are telling you all about the world right now. They're telling you all about your world. Use the inhales to know what's going on. Inhale, exhale. I observe my body. Inhale, exhale. I observe my thoughts, alternating with each breath. Continue. I observe my body. I observe my thoughts. In a third line, I observe, I am aware. Adding that on your third inhale. So you exhale, I observe my body, and on the inhale, you feel the body. And you exhale, I observe my thoughts, and on the inhale, well, you listen and see your thoughts. In the third breath, I observe, I am aware. And on the inhale, become self-aware. Know your awareness. Like the way one who watches a movie knows they are in the movie theater. Inhale, I observe my body. Inhale, exhaling, I observe my thoughts. Inhale, exhaling, I observe, I am aware. continuing the phrase. Keep you focused, keep you attentive. Extend the wisdom of the final phrase. I observe my body, I observe my thoughts, I observe, I am aware. And see if you cannot hold that, or rather realize that that awareness is there even during the other two phrases. You can be aware of your awareness and your body, aware of your awareness and your thought, and then just aware of awareness on the third round. See if it's possible to stay self aware throughout the practice. Inhale, observe my body. Inhale, observe my thoughts. Inhale, I observe, I am aware. Like the way a photographer looks through the lens of their camera, knowing they are the one holding the camera, looking through the lens, taking the pictures. They do not see themselves in the picture they take. Yet they are aware that they are there. adjusting your posture if the body's discomfort is a distraction to you, then settle. I'm going to stick with the same phrases, just change them slightly. I observe my body, but I am not my body. I observe my thoughts, but I am not my thoughts. Now, the third one, we're going to change it. I cannot be what I observe. First line, exhale. I observe my body, but I am not my body. You inhale, contemplate, understand, and exhale. I observe my thoughts, but I am not my thoughts. Inhale. And the third phrase, cannot be what I observe. Inhale. Seek to understand. Let's make our phrases simpler. Inhale, exhale. I am not this body. Inhale, exhale. I am not these thoughts. Inhale. Where am I? First time, exhale. I am not this body. Next line. I am not these thoughts. Third time. Where am I? You're not in the movie. You're not in the photograph. You cannot be what you observe. Just wanting to know about this, just seeking to understand will be enough. There's no explanation to be found. Don't go about it that way. Don't solve the puzzle. Don't explain it to yourself. It's just more thoughts, and you are not your thoughts. It's the act alone that is enough. Act of seeking to understand. It is a compelling feeling. I am not this body. I am not these thoughts. Where am I? I cannot be what I observe. The artist strives to put themselves in their painting, yet never do they become the painting. Always their body is still there. As you observe your body, your thoughts, your emotions, where is the one who knows this? Where is the knower? Where am I? Very softly now, you can decouple it from your breath, unless you enjoy linking it to your breath. You'll whisper. You'll whisper in your mind, gentle, cannot be what I observe. So where am I? And then feel. Feel for the meaning. Feel for the understanding. And maybe it's on the next exhale. Maybe it's just when you need it. Cannot be what I observe. And where am I? Feel for it. feel for its meaning. It cannot be what I observe. Where am I? If you wish to remain in your practice, you can sign off from the call in the quiet. Otherwise, you can relax from your position, and I'll share some ideas about tonight's sit, and we'll do questions. Begin by trying to understand the metaphors a little more clearly. First one was that there is a moviegoer sitting in a theater watching a movie. Now, sometimes it's a very bad movie, and the moviegoer realizes they're in a smelly movie theater with greasy popcorn. They prefer it. But sometimes it's a very good movie, very, very good movie. And the moviegoer forgets for a time that they're a moviegoer in a movie theater, and they believe the movie. They believe they're in the movie, identified with the main character, story. But then the movie ends, or their attachment to the movie ends, and they realize they're a moviegoer in a smelly movie theater. Or the movie ends, and then they realize, oh yeah, that wasn't me. I'm a moviegoer. I'm in a movie theater. And they go back to being their other life. But for a time, if they were lucky, they went to the movies, and the movies took them away from who they were, and they fell in love with the movie they were watching. Photographer was our second metaphor, taking the photos. Now, there's the whole thing about the selfie now, which throws off my whole metaphor, but let's say it's a camera, not a smartphone camera. It's no selfies allowed. And this is an artist. They're looking through their lens. They see their landscape. They see their portrait. And they fall in love with what they see. They focus it just right. They're so in love with what they're taking a picture of. And so the looking through the camera, they're observing what's outside, beyond the camera. What's behind the camera, that's what they are. But as they look through, they fall in love with what they see, with their art. And they lose themselves for a moment, perhaps, in their crafting of the picture. But then they realize, I'm a photographer. I'm not my photograph. I'm a person taking a picture. But if they were lucky for a moment, they fell in love with what they were photographing. I talked about the painter. Same thing. Painters standing on their feet, they got the canvas, they've got their paint. And if they're lucky, they pour their heart into their painting. They fall in love with their creation. They lose themselves for a while. But their body never becomes the painting, unless it's a weird horror movie. I saw a horror movie where the guy was painting with his own blood or something. Different. Falls in love with the painting. But then, oh yeah, I'm a person who made a painting. They remember what they are. Person on a boat, paddling, kayak, beautiful river, in the flow of nature, paddling. They become one with the river. That's the phrase, right? Become one with the river. They never turned into water. They're not a mermaid. There's a person in a boat with a paddle. But the mind lets them forget what they are, and they feel one with the river for a time. Then they get off, the boat goes to the edge, they get off the river, and they're back to being a person. They're still a boater. They're a person again. They were never actually the river. They felt one with the river. So now we use these metaphors, our own experience. Well, this is very much a three-dimensional movie. 4 or 5 dimensions if you consider your emotions and your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't in the third 3 dimensions, they're somewhere else, right? But you can watch them. You can watch your body. You can watch the world. You're looking around your room. You're looking at the Zoom screen. You can watch your thoughts. You can see that you have thoughts. Just like a moviegoer can watch a movie. Now, the moviegoer, every once in a while, as luck may have it, may fall in love with the movie they're watching. But in reality, they are the moviegoer. Why do we not apply the same logic? People would think I'm crazy for what I'm saying, but if you actually just stay with the logic, everyone else is crazy. The logic is the same. You fall in love with this life for a little while, if you're lucky. Some people live their lives tortured the whole time. Can't wait for the movie to end. Bad movie. But if you're lucky, you fall in love with the life, attached, whether it's a drama, a comedy, tragedy. You fall in love with it. That doesn't make this your life. That doesn't make this what you are. It's just what you're falling in love with. Even the best movies, you have these moments where you go to yourself, oh, that's not me. Remember. That's why you come to this class, because part of you is still remembering. It's interrupting. I'm not the body. I can observe the body. Just like the moviegoer observes the movie, I observe the body. Just like the moviegoer observes the movie, I observe my own thoughts. Love my body, love my thoughts. Doesn't make me my thoughts. So we have to wake up, remember. Nothing in the movie was ever the moviegoer, ever. You imagine you get to have an interview with one of the characters in the movie, and you said to them, there's people right now outside of your dimension watching you every move you're making. That moviegoer, that movie character would be in the insane asylum in the movie. That's why this work is for crazy people. It's not easy being in the movie and realizing you're not in the movie. You either become a crazy person or a saint. Those are your choices. Jesus said, I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. This is what he means. I'm in it, right? Here we are in this world, but I'm not of the world. I know there's a movie theater with people watching the movie. Our real nature outside of this movie. Our real nature is outside of this movie. Once you realize it, you can't go back. You can't pretend that there's only a movie anymore. Once you put that in the storyline, I think movie Stranger Than Fiction actually does this at one point. A movie called Stranger Than Fiction. I think this actually happened in that movie. They realize. That's it. That's all you have to do. Once you realize, then it's not such a big deal. What happens is you can just enjoy the movie. You don't have to put your whole life into what's going to happen in the movie. You're not so attached to what happens to everything in the movie because you're just enjoying the movie, right? It's not a video game. Video gaming is the same metaphor works. Same metaphor works. Here's another metaphor, the perfect one. I was watching a little girl. I was at a restaurant. They have like the arcade games. You know what I'm talking about? Like the machines at the counter kind of thing. You put the quarter in. This little girl, she's playing this game. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just in love watching this little girl. She driving the car. She's like making faces. She's swinging her body around, pushing on the buttons, like just going for it. I'm like, oh my God, this video game has captured her. She's so into it. I go up closer just to get a better view of how she's doing. And if you ever played these arcade games or you've seen them before, at the end of the game, they have the high score credits. After the game is over. And that's what was on the screen. She wasn't even playing. She had no money, I guess. Wasn't even playing the game. Her whole body, her whole heart and spirit involved in the game. Tongue was out, everything. She's playing someone else's games, watching the end credits roll with the car driving in the background. That's all of you. And it's fun for a time. You fall in love with life. But don't mistake it for the real life. Gotta remember, little girl at a restaurant, playing a video game that's not really even being played. Moviegoer in a movie theater, watching a beautiful story unfold. That's the freedom that comes when we realize